Come original. 311 on Rockin' a 5-3. It's 80 on 311. March 11th, which is internationally known now as 311 Day. And to celebrate, we're doing a couple things. One, we are making the announcement here that 311 have been added to the lineup at Kaaboo in Del Mar in September. And we are also checking in with Nick Hexum of 311. Happy 311 Day, dude. How's it going for you so far? Is it a beautiful thing?
Beautiful thing.
It kind of has to be for you, right? I mean, look, you're coming off your fourth 311 cruise. It's internationally recognized 311 Day. You're playing big festivals like Kaaboo in Del Mar in September, and it all comes from the rather humble beginnings of you making demos in your basement in 1988, correct?
Correct. 88, made a bunch of demos and 3 independent albums until our major label debut we made in 92 came out in 93.
So you're about a dozen albums in, 20 plus years, doing it bigger and better than you ever have before. Did you even have any sense of what this could be, or any hope that this could turn into something this big when you were a kid in your basement making records on your own?
You know, I think at the time I would have bet anything on our success because I felt like we had just, you know, come upon a unique sound in our music and a unique attitude that was going against a lot of the, you know, negativity of the 90s, and which was weird because the 90s were like such a prosperous time, yet there was all this like, you know, angry music that we didn't. So we had our own little thing going, and I didn't have any kind of backup plan as far as, well, you know, fallback position or anything. I just, you know, bet everything on it, and fortunately it paid off.
Yeah, it really paid off, especially in that 311 isn't just something most people consider a band. 311 is almost an attitude, maybe even a movement.
You know, we just got done doing a cruise to Jamaica, and I just watched a first cut of the recap video, and afterwards I was really kind of emotional, like, what a cool thing that has come up around. It's kind of more than a band. It's like a movement amongst our fans, and just really feel very blessed and proud to be a part of it.
If you're just joining us, we're hanging out talking to Nick Hexum of 311 on the phone. It's just been announced that they're playing Kaaboo in Del Mar in September. But man, looking back at your past, you've accomplished, like we were talking about, so much, but it seems as though 311 are just getting started.
I think so. You know, as we look forward to create more experiences as far as combining, you know, destinations and like lifestyle products, and we're working on our own beer and different, you know, things that just kind of just bring in the whole experience. And then, of course, our bread and butter is just going out on summer and just putting on the best show that we can.
You know, you guys have almost become like a sports team in that there's baseball season and football season and basketball season, and now I look at it as there's a 311 season. I'll always associate 311 with summertime, and it seems like the 311 summer kicks off with 311 Day and your cruise, and I would imagine some spring training so you can get in and play those 80-song sets.
Yeah, well, we definitely had some spring training that we needed to do to prepare for the cruise. We had kind of a lengthy break for us, which was about 5 months over the winter. So we had about 3 weeks of rehearsal. I think we practiced, I've heard, more than a lot of bands. Some bands might just have one run through before their first show. We want to make sure, you know, we're fluid in our hands and voices and everything are ready. So, but now we're in the zone because we just got off the cruise, and, you know, looking forward to San Diego.
Yep, you guys are, of course, rolling through to play the inaugural Kaaboo Festival in Del Mar in September. People can grab details, tickets, and information up at rockin1053.com. But in preparation for something like that, what do you do to keep things fresh for you and for the people that come to your shows? Because 311 is like the dead in a lot of ways. I know I had a friend who dropped out of college to follow you guys around, then went back to college and became a lawyer. But like, I was like, what goes on at these shows that it's worth seeing every single last one of them on a tour? He's like, it's different every night and it's awesome.
Yeah, well, we make sure that we change up the set list. Like after sound check each day, we'll have a little band meeting with everyone there, and we'll just kind of talk out the set list. And certain shows are going to be more hardcore fans that will pull out more rarities. Other shows, if it's like a first time we came to a city, which is hard to imagine anymore because we've been on tour so much, but we might play more familiar songs. But so we make it custom each night, and then I just think it's the bond that fans have with each other. You know, everybody's like high-fiving and hugging and hanging out and smoking, and it's just a party that everybody seems to leave with a good time, and you know, starts with the music, but it's a lot more than that.
So, real quick, was there just because you can always get interesting answers out of folks with this? Like I asked Jerry Cantrell once, okay, homeboy from Alice in Chains, if you had to pick one record that made it sort of a thing for you, that music was what you were going to have to do, what would that be? And without even thinking, old Jerry was like, oh, Elton John, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. After that, there was no turning back. I had to do music. Do you have a pivotal moment or a song, like one sort of like moment where you got hit by a bolt of lightning and went, okay, that's it. It's music for me?
It's funny you mentioned that Jerry Cantrell story, because I saw him play at a tiny little benefit show, and he sang the most gorgeous song, and I went up to him after. I was like, what was that song? It was like Elton John. I forget the name, but that's cool when like a metal guy has a different kind of influence like that. But for me, the band that changed my life was The Clash.
Right.
And you know, I first heard combat rock and then went backwards, but I would say the album London Calling was just like, it was just the epitome for me. And then, you know, seeing bands on Saturday Night Live and David Letterman as a kid, and then getting a chance to play David Letterman and go do all those late night talk shows, that was kind of the moment where I felt like, okay, this is what we always wanted to do.
That's awesome. You went full circle. And we're going to get to see you do what you set out to do in September at Del Mar for Kaaboo Festival. We look forward to seeing you there. And in the meantime, a very happy 311 day to you, sir.
Happy 311 day. Talk to you soon. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, man.